Shalom. Back with part 3. All right, news and prophecy. The third world cometh quickly. Like I said, I was going to start taking you to articles here. All right. This is the Prime Minister of Hungary. Hungary's Orban pushes back on EU and NATO proposals to further assist Ukraine. And basically, what he said coming out, you guys can go to this article and read it for yourself, was that, again, NATO was created, for defense, particularly defense against, Russia, okay? But not to go around stealing wealth, lands, resources, and starting wars, okay? So he's against it. So, again, people, there's a division within the system, all right? They're divided, okay? And all this was prophesied, okay? And again, a nation divided cannot stand. You understand? That's all scriptural. All right? So you guys can find that in the scriptures. Okay? Give me a minute. All right, you see this? This is from Daniel chapter 2, people. All right, giving you history and the breakdown again, which this is in the scriptures, Daniel chapter 2. All right, so you can see how, you had, the Nebuchadnezzar's dream, all right? Daniel 2:31-45, all right? That you people can read this, all right? And you see, this is the statue representing each thing, the head, Medo-Persia, right? So you see the gold, you see silver, you see the brass, you see the iron, which would be the Roman Empire, as you see. And what do you see down here at the bottom? This is a key point. All right, the feet of iron and clay. You see that? All right. And that represents who? The European Union. Okay? That was put together in 1957, 1958 after World War II, right? That's the revival of Rome with America as the head. Okay, the eighth and final head. Prior to America, it was, Great Britain. And America comes out of Great Britain, okay? So the British Empire was the seventh head. America represents the eighth and final head. Now, give me a minute. So here we are in Daniel, right, 2. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part iron, the kingdom shall be divided. You see? Divided. But there shall be in it the strength of the iron, all right? Where you have strong nations and you have weak nations among NATO, among the European Union, okay? For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And again, they're divided economically, okay? And they just can't agree on things, okay? And again, Biden has put all these sanctions on Russia and this or that, but guess who that's hurting? That's hurting here, the Americans here at home, and that's hurting all the European nations, America's own allies. All right? So you have to understand. So what's gonna happen? Well, eventually Germany doesn't even want to deal with to get involved, fighting against Russia or anything like that. Okay, so it's going to start with that. You're going to see that in a couple of months, somewhere maybe 3 to 6 months, whatever. Germany will probably pull out of NATO. And then what you're going to see after that, you'll start to see others pull out of it as well because they're not going to defeat Russia. Okay? So that's going to mean the breakup of NATO. Okay? Now, what's the key point there? What's going to happen? Give me a minute. All right, this is Revelation 17 and 16. So let's pick it up here, okay? And it says the 10 horns, which represents, right, going back to the Roman Empire, the vassal states, all right, there were 10. Now you have, whatever it is, maybe 32, okay? But again, they're originally still 10. They're just broken up, all right, into more nations. That's what they did, all right? So don't be deceived. Okay? So the 10 horns which thou sawest, all right, upon the beast is NATO. So the 10 horns are EU. The beast is NATO, all right, which is the military arm of the beast system, the Edomite beast system. These shall hate the whore. The whore is America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So what is this telling you? America's own allies are going to turn on America. In other words, they're going to join, basically, the BRIC nations. Okay? Do you understand? And again, based on economic reasons, that, they share the same interests that the BRIC nations. All right? You understand? And this way, and it'll all be fair, then, they're not going to get cheated. All right? Let's continue reading. Verse 17. For the Most High have put it in their heart in Hebrew is lab, which means mind, to fulfill his will. So do you understand? America's own allies are going to turn and they're going to do what? They're going to send missiles, right? Because, again, shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. They're not just going to fly over America and pour gasoline and light a match. They're going to send the armory of the Lord, the ICBMs. You understand, people? All right? You get that? Anyway, you know what? I still haven't got to the articles, but we'll do that when we come back. I'll show you the articles, okay? So, at least anyway, I've given you some background to the prophecies, again, news and prophecy. All right, we'll be right back with part 4 to close out, and I'll get to the news articles, the rest of them. We'll be right back.